If you have an interest in what happens in a criminal trial, you might want to consider participating in a mock trial. In a mock trial, participants play roles of attorneys, witnesses, and jurors. They are presented with a fact situation which typically includes witness statements, police reports, and relevant law. They put together the facts in a way that makes sense, and then they bring the case before a jury, and the jury applies the law to the facts as instructed by the judge and renders a verdict. The prosecutor is responsible to prove identification. That's like what you see in a movie or a television show where a witness points to the defendant in the courtroom and says, "That's the person who did it." In addition, the prosecutor is responsible for proving venue. Venue is a requirement to show that the crime occurred in the jurisdiction of the court and of the prosecutor. And finally, the prosecutor is responsible for proving each element of each charge that is alleged. All of this must be proven in a criminal case in the United States beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense attorney's job is to sow reasonable doubt, to create reasonable doubt, to advocate for the defendant. The defense attorney usually will try to creatively develop alternate themes or an alternate theme of what might have happened. Each attorney must put in evidence to convince the jury, and most of that evidence comes in through witnesses. Lay witnesses are supposed to testify about facts that they observe. Most of the time, they are not to testify about opinions. So within the category of lay witnesses, you have oftentimes the victim in a criminal case. The victim is typically also a witness to the crime, and so the victim is a lay witness. The defendant also has the right to testify or not to testify according to the United States Constitution, and in the event that the defendant chooses to testify, the defendant also is a lay witness. The police officer who investigated the case may also testify as a lay witness or as an expert witness if the officer has special expertise in the subject of the officer's testimony. Expert witnesses can offer opinions. Expert witnesses are there to teach the jury about their area of expertise. So it could be, for example, a night vision expert or a psychiatrist. In an arson case, let's say, for example, who's going to testify about accelerants and where the fire started and whether it appeared to be intentional or not. All of these witnesses are questioned by attorneys, and when the evidence has all been presented, the case is turned over to the jury.